Hey, folks! It's Friday morning, the 15th of January. Saying hello. Ain't gonna stay long today. Might come back later. We'll see. We're having a blizzard here in the Midwest. Here in Omaha, we're having a blizzard. It's a whiteout. The wind is gusting up to 50 miles per hour today. Mostly, it's between 25 and 35. So, good day to stay home and play music. We're at that time for me and folks my age in life where we're dropping like flies. Every day you turn around, people that we love and care about are dying. I get the word that Sylvain of the New York Dolls succumbed to cancer recently. This is the only vinyl I have by the New York Dolls. But I can tell you that when the New York Dolls happened, I was there. Not in New York, but as far as here in Omaha. Quick story. We're just telling you about it. So, my senior year of high school, I had to go switch schools from an all-boys prep school because I let my grade point average drop too low from being an ass and rebelling my junior year. So I went to Central, a well-regarded public school here in Omaha. And during my senior year, I met these guys who were Air Force brats, the Reeses, and it's significant because they had just come back from living in Europe and were listening to all this music and were just staying on top of stuff compared to the kids in Omaha. So when I met them through shared love of Frank Zappa, my friend Paul immediately bought New York Dolls album as soon as it came out. Now, I was conflicted because I was still a kid, and the image was, it was like confrontational. It's like, what's with these dudes looking like dudes dressed in women's stuff? And I thought they were significant for that reason alone. Then the fact that they were produced by Todd Rundgren, which I just at first couldn't understand because I was a kid, didn't know the whole story. But I dug it after a bit. Personality Crisis is the main song that I really liked off the album, and I finally bought it. I don't have it anymore. I got rid of it a long time ago. It's the sort of album that I regard historically and would have a copy now just for that reason. But I played this last night, and it's rock and roll. And I like to play that stuff much more than I like to listen to it. When it comes to rocking music, I do prefer punk or something kind of extreme, or metal like Meshuggah, But just trashy rock and roll, got over that a long time ago. That's why, Lou Reed doesn't rate real high for me, and I understand the Velvet Underground. Even more now do I understand the why they were so influential, even more so now. But I never bought a Velvet Underground record, ever. Never. But I want to say that about Sylvain, rest in peace. There's some other folks who have died. They don't come to mind right away. Last thing I played last night was Jansen, Barbieri, Karn. This came out originally in 2001 when they were called JBK. It's a live album. This is real good. I found myself playing this a couple times, and then I was able to get the limited edition gold vinyl. These are my dudes. They are the people that led me to Porcupine Tree. Stephen Wilson is on here, but his presence has nothing to do with what makes that music great. And that led me to playing The Tooth Mother by Mick Karn. His bass playing was so singular and unique. Very much influenced by his ethnicity. If you happen to see this today, Jack, I've played this many times. Jack Malinsky of the band Artcane. He sent me this original. Just really blows my mind. Such kindness. This really is a really great album. It's not super. It's more like these guys were inspired by the King Crimson aspect of progressive rock, and they pretty much got it right, what they were picking up on and able to reproduce in their own way. Artcane, Odyssey, really good album. Hadn't played this forever. It's a compilation of songs by Cocteau twins. As I was listening to it, I recalled that this was most likely the very first compact disc that I ever bought when they first happened. I don't have it anymore because it got stolen. That's a whole nother story about my first house getting broken into, and how it was basically my fault because of people I was hanging around. You know how that goes. Or do you? I saw that they're celebrating the 50th anniversary of Tago Mago by Karn, so I pulled my copy. And here is another direct relation to the Reese boys that I met in high school. This was their copy that they gave to me when they graduated and moved out of Omaha. But this is a mutt, okay? I'll explain. So, Paul was my friend, and his older brother Jerome I was getting to know, but anyway. So, Paul had an English version of this with the green cover. Jerome had this German copy. For some reason, they gave me a mutt, which is, this is the German cover with the English albums in it. I'm not sure why they did that, but I have the German original cover with the UK original pressing inside. Fine with me. I remember when I first started to show this online that some, nitpicky collectors were pointing out that it was that it was incorrect. Sometimes that stuff is just really annoying, people who are anal retentive. And here is a bootleg by the Jan Hammer Group. It's really poorly recorded, but it's very exciting. Jan Hammer, when Jeff Beck toured with them, and I put this picture on. I had to paste it so it stays square. But I listened to most of this because I saw this tour. I saw them live. Really good. That was the second or third time I saw Jeff Beck. Really good. I'm very, very pleased that I haven't had to block any comments for a couple of videos now, and I'm not inviting any idiots or knuckleheads to come back. I'm not. What I'm noticing is maybe you're already getting the point that, I'm seriously who I am, and I'm not tolerating ignorance, buffoonery, stupidity, racism, and just people who are kind of like jerks, Some people, I have an opinion, but I always qualify it. I'm just giving my opinion. Some people like to come and declare things like they know. I'm not having... Shit. What? Be safe, folks. We're having a blizzard here in Omaha, so it's a blizzard in the Midwest. I understand Iowa is really getting it hard today, so take care, people.